finally jogging him down on that play.
So he just had his brother, Sean, crossing over the middle. 13-yard pickup. 1st and 10, Port Jervis at the Warwick 49. That's the 10th reception this season for the sophomore Sean Theodore. DeRoma and Van Dyke are in the backfield. Running the option, Theodore decides to keep it. Almost gets the corner, can't do it, as coming up was Antonio McDonald to make the stop. So just a short pickup by Frankie T. 2nd down.
So nice fake on Frankie Theodore's part to fake that option to the right. Maybe if he would have pitched it, they would have got a few more yards, but Frankie thought he had the speed to get it outside, and he just got ankle tagged.
Well, the look on Frankie is if he's got that ball, he doesn't like to pitch it. He likes to tuck it under, and he's had a lot of success. I formation, 2nd and 8. Play action. Theodore chased out of the pocket, got a little bit of room to run, one man to beat. He breaks that tackle and gets down to about the 41-yard line.
That's a good thing about having a versatile quarterback like Frank Teeter, who can throw it and who can stay in the pocket and move around a little bit more than other quarterbacks usually can do in high school. That's a very good asset they have.
McDonald again over there, staying home, making a big play to stop that before it's the 1st down. So it's now 3rd and 2. Theodore back to pass, swings it out, intercepted. Ian Nasilli just sitting back waiting for that one, picked it off, and Ian Nasilli would have gone all the way, but Van Dyke made the big tackle.
Port Jervis defense has to come out right now and shut them down to show Warwick that we're here to play some football tonight too. Frankie Theodore usually makes early mistakes, and you don't see too many after them. So let him get this out of the way so that they can come out and play some real offense.
Yeah, this game has been true to form. Port comes out a little bit cold offensively, and then once they get going, look out. But they've got to stop Warwick now. Warwick has the ball at the 45-yard line. All right, big Jeremiah Gannon, the sophomore, off the right side, picks up about 4.
Matt Davies and Paul Bennett combined to bring him down. Just a quick dive off the right side, which worked good when they had Billy last year. And that also sets up your outside game. When you start blitzing up the middle, thinking that the gut runner's coming, and then you can just pitch it out outside.
Yeah, they had that outstanding fullback last year, Lilly, and he did not play in the offensive backfield against Port. Well, they got the big back in there tonight. He's right behind the quarterback, and he breaks into the secondary very close to a 1st down at the 45-yard line. Jeremiah Gannon.
Jeremiah Gannon is a big boy, the same exact size as Billy Lilly, and it looks like he has some of the same speed. That was a terrific run. Put his head down, plowed over a couple people, hit the hole fast. That's what you need to have for a good fullback.
All right, 3rd down, and I'd say less than a foot to go. Green brings that team up to the line. He keeps it himself and just steps into the Port Jervis secondary for the 1st down.
Lincoln Van Horn in on that tackle. Port Jervis. Warwick always seems to play better after they lose a big game.
Oh, you don't want to play Warwick after they've lost.
Warwick always regroups, always keep their head high. And tonight we're seeing a different team than we saw against Goshen the first week of high school football.
All right, pickup of 3. The 1st and 10 at the Port Jervis 42. Again, a lot of motion. They flip-flop that tight end, trying to confuse the Port defense. Then they run right up the gut. Ian Nasilli. Well, that was DeFazio that time carrying, and he breaks it for about 4 yards. He gets to about the 38.
Paul Bennett finally brings him down. Goshen has a good asset of having all them big linemen who can open up the holes for a split second while they let their quick running backs fly through them and just get short yardage. Warwick is not looking to break the big play.
Very quick off the ball tonight. 2nd down. Green going to pass. Floats one deep for Mann. And Mann cuts in. The pass goes out. Good coverage out there by Riley. Green was thinking down and out. Mann was thinking post. Incomplete.
Yeah, they probably have a number system that tells which wide receivers to do what in certain positions. Could have misread, could have heard wrong, took the wrong number. That looked like he was running Green wanted him to go run a flag, but instead man was running a post. That could hurt them here with a long third down.
All right, third and about 6 now. The ball's just outside the 37. There goes Iannisilli, cuts off the hole, stops short of the first down. Nice reading of his block by David Iannisilli as he cuts inside the 35.
Robert Flores, the outstanding freshman on the tackle. Warwick's offensive line is coming out and standing up the linebackers, and the linebackers are running backwards. You don't want that. You want the linebackers to get the blockers out of the way, even if they have to just block the blockers, as they say. Chop down the blockers who are in the way to clear them out and let your secondary come up and help you.
Oh, the Port Jervis defensive front has been chopped up tonight, and now Warwick calls the timeout as they have a 4th down and 2 at the Port 34. And we'll be back with more football action right after this commercial message.
Got Gannon.
All right, Phil Dusenberry and Phil Dusenberry Jr. back here at Gwinnett Field, and this first quarter has just 58 seconds left, and it has been totally dominated by the Wildcats of Warwick, who lead 7-0 and on the attack again. Big 4th down.
This won't be no big surprise. They'll either have another quarterback keeper by Green or just a quick dive off the right or left side with the pro formation.
All right, got the 2 scat backs in there. DeFazio left side, 1st down. Jason DeFazio running out of the left halfback spot, gets it inside the 30 down to the 29, picks up 5.
Usually when you go into the pro set on a short yard situation, the quarterback calls an audible at the line, whether he's going to take it or which one of the pro set running backs is going to go, because he has a quick dive both ways he can go. So he probably reads the line, he read it right to the left side, got the 1st down.
All right, the clock running, 1st and 10. The ball just inside the 30. We'll call it the 29 officially. Gannon back in there, blocking for DeFazio. This time there's no room as he tries to go right. Flag goes down after the tackle. Let's see if that's a face mask. It was called. But they're going to call it a hold on Warwick. First flag of the night, and that's a big one against the Wildcats. They'll mark it off from the spot of the foul. Little holding in that big pile up there. They're running behind big George Card, the right tackle, and he's a big one. As we say, this Warwick front line goes 225, 190, 210, 205, and the right tackle is 265, 6'3". It's George Card.
Smart choice by taking Warwick back, since Warwick can eat up a 10 yards, and since they're going on 4th down anyway, they have three plays to get a 1st down. So
the ball is back at the 39-yard line after the 10-yard penalty, so it's 1st and about 19, really. High formation, it goes to the end. Another flag is down as the end is dropped in the backfield by Theodore and finished off by Flores. That was Jerry Terry who took the end around. Now let's see who this flag's on. It's going to be on Warwick again. And if it's a hold, it'll be another big one. So a big decision for Coach Corvino. That was a loss of 2 on the play by Terry. The Raiders are going to move him back one way or the other.
Ready for this analysis? I can tell that the Warwick front line is getting a little bit tired already. When you have your line already holding twice in a row, I can understand once as a fluke, as an accident, but twice in a row, somebody's getting tired. It's going to be hard to push this Port Jervis defense back all night.
So a 10-yard penalty puts the ball back in midfield. It's still 1st down as we end the quarter. I'm going to keep it right here because we'll resume play in just a second. So it's going to be a 1st and 30. Statistically 31. So they'll just swing the teams around. Didn't have to go for the long walk on this one with that.
As you can see on that end around, Coach St. Lawrence probably knows he's not going to run any sweeps outside on Port Jervis, so he's going to try a fake outside run play. Something a little different to try to get a little more extra yardage to set up for the up the middle gut.
Well, the Red Raider defense out there now trying to fire themselves up as Warwick totally dominated the first quarter.
It's easy to pump yourself up on the 1st and 30.
Let's see what they do. I formation. Fake end around. Leon Young has got Joe Green buried in the backfield. Another 10-yard loss. Fake the end around this time. Green was going to roll to his right, and Leon Young, the defensive left end, was awaiting him.
Leon Young, his blocker fell down as he was blocking Leon Young, so the quarterback still had the ball, reached out his long arm, grabbed Green by his jersey, and brought him down.
So it'll be 2nd and 40. Warwick is back at its 40. Red Raiders trying to get themselves fired up. Port Jervis has Balmos out there up front with Van Horn at the nose.
This might be a delay of game on Warwick.
The defensive ends are Theodore and Young, and whoa, we got another penalty.
Yep, delay
of game. Warwick all of a sudden is coming apart after looking so good. Another 5-yard penalty. That's 25 yards in penalties in this, plus a 10-yard sack, so they're back at the 35. So it's 2nd down and 45, I believe. They got to get down to the Port Jervis 20 for a 1st down. All right, man comes out wide to the left. Tight end's over on that side. Now he flip-flops. He goes the other way. Flanker's out that side. Backs are split. Gannon breaks one tackle and picks up 7 or 8. Bennett had him, I believe, in the backfield. Couldn't hold on to him. Gannon gets up a full head of steam, and he rips up over the 40-yard line.
Sean Theodore finally brought him down on the far sideline over by Warwick. See, that would have been different if it was 10 yards to go with a nice 7-yard run. But Warwick put themselves in this hole right here, and now they got to face it.
Well, it's going to be awfully hard to see the line because all those Warwick players over there obscuring the markers are knocking them down. Pickup of 7, 3rd down and whatever. Up back in the eye, gets it. And that was Ian Asili who goes nowhere.
Warwick just playing a little conservative offense right there. They know that it's almost impossible, but not impossible to get 1st down, so they're not going to go out there and pass the ball and try to get Port Jervis all pumped up.
Pickup of 3, punting situation, ball at the 45. High snap, Gannon's got it, gets off a wobbler. Riley lets it hit. Riley's got it right at the 20. He's in trouble. He breaks out of 1. Flag is down. And Riley with a nice return. Looked like a face mask on the return. No flag there, but they've got a flag that was thrown, I believe, on Greg Auerbach. At least he's protesting. Back at the 20, so that's going to bury Port Jervis.
Port Jervis cannot afford any of this. They need to get this ball in good field position. They go down and get a touchdown or score.
Well, they've been able to get away with it the last couple of weeks because they were just so much better than their opposition, but they can't afford all the penalties tonight. So the officials really call a clip on that, on Auerbach on the return, and that's going to mark them all the way back to the 10-yard line. So the Raiders.
Port Jervis has Matt Davies and Corin Van Dyke out there at the running back positions, which I like.
I know. All right, 1st and 10. Port from its own 10-yard line. You saw that on TV. Maybe you saw the face mask at the end of the play. They didn't call. Pitch out left. Van Dyke tries to get out there. Nowhere to go. Reyes hits him and trips him up, and no gain. So Van Dyke has carried the ball now 3 times, and he's picked up about that many yards.
Port Jervis needs a big play to get this offense a little momentum.
They're back there, their own 11-yard line. They were in the driver's seat, but that clipping penalty really hurt them. Backs are split. Davies, as we say, in there now blocking for Van Dyke. Davies gets the ball. Nice hole. And he gets up over the 15 out to the 17 or 18-yard line. One of my favorite backs, Matt Davies, 5'10", 204 junior.
Antonio McDonald on the tackle for Warwick. I bet you that cornerback for Warwick is still feeling that hit that Davies put on him when he was running to lower his shoulders down. That's a big moose coming out at you.
Well, Davies had a nice hole off the right side, picked up 7. We got 3rd and 2, big play up the middle. First down, Davies still on his feet. Matt Davies out to the 27-yard line.
That's what Matt Davies brings to Port Jervis when he's out there running. He brings them someone that can hit the hole quick, someone who can block instead of all the dancing. Corey Van Dyke has to learn to hit that hole, and then he'd be a great running back. Right now he's a super running back.
Pickup of 8 by Davies up to the Port 26. 1st and 10, second first down for the Raiders. Backs are split. Davies again, left side, getting up a full head of steam. And then he's buried as he gets up close to the 30-yard line. And it takes a few people, including Ian Asili and Reyes and others, to bring him down.
It's going to take
Mike Voter over there, too.
It's going to take a few people to bring him down. Another running back coming in for Port Jervis is Jorge Rosa.
Pickup of 5. Well, Matt Davies, 3 consecutive runs here for 20 yards.
Rosa's in the ball game.
Okay, Georgie Rosa in there replacing. And there goes Davies again. Big hole. First down. And he's up to the 46-yard line. Saving tackle by linebacker John Porcaro.
See, nothing fancy about that. Just north, south kind of running. That's what Port Jervis needs to do. You can't go outside and let these big men reach out their arms and grab you. You got to run right by them.
15-yard carry, 1st and 10 Port at the Port 46. Harold Balmos, Mike Zaucha blocking on that right side. This time they go left. George Rosa. And Rosa who elects to stand straight up as a sophomore. That's one thing he'll learn. Would have gotten a little bit more if he lowered that head. Picks up about 3.
Lowered that head down. You get tackled. It gives you a little little steam going forward instead of lifting yourself up. You're just a moving target.
So he had the nice hole off the left side, but he's standing straight up. He got taken down. Pickup of 3. But the sophomore will learn. The sophomore and junior in the backfield. Theodore's the quarterback, slot left this time. And flag is down. Looked like the right defensive end got a little bit anxious and jumped over the line of scrimmage. And we don't have that number on the roster, but maybe we can figure out who it was. Number 88 for those of you watching by television. Might have been Adam Kurtz, but I think 5-yard penalty against Warwick, so that's the 4th penalty against Warwick. So it's 2nd down, and Port now is in Warwick territory at the Warwick 46-yard line. 2nd and 2. Here goes Rosa, right side. First down for Rosa, down to about the 40-yard line.
Antonio McDonald on tackle for Warwick. Even though Rosa still runs straight up, he still has tremendous speed.
Oh, yes.
Broke it to the outside, put his shoulder down a little bit better that time to pick up the yards they needed for the first down.
And now they're going to discuss things with Frankie T. They had the first down of the 40. If this is another penalty on Warwick. Oh, yes, indeed. We didn't see the flag thrown. 5, 10, 15 down to the 25-yard line.
Personal foul on Warwick. Warwick has not been known for being nice out there in the football field.
So Warwick is self-destructing here. They're pumped up, but maybe a little bit too much. 1st and 10 now. Port at the Warwick 25. Warwick ahead 7-0. 5:58 left, 2nd quarter. Backs are split. Running the bootleg left. Good block. Theodore in trouble now. Trapped in the backfield. Breaks 1, 2. Flag is down. Loss on the play. Let's see what this is. Zaucha was over there blocking. Was it on Zaucha or did somebody get the face mask? Big call. And we'll waiting for the officials to tell us. They're talking to Frankie Theodore.
It's going to be probably a face mask on Warwick.
Yep, and that'll make up for the one they missed on the punt return. So that was a loss on the play of 2 by Theodore. But they'll mark off 5 and 10, and half the distance takes it to the 15. So a 12-yard penalty. So Warwick really killing themselves with the penalties. 1st and 10, Port Jervis at the Wildcat 15-yard line. Jamie Riley gets the delayed handoffs, got the outside, tries to cut it up and gets down near the 10.
They run that counter so close to each other, you can't tell who's getting the ball. That's a nice play. You got the pulling guard coming out, blocking out there. They pick up a few yards.
All right, the ball is just outside the 10-yard line. We'll call it officially the 10, pickup of 5, so it'll be 2nd and a long 5, probably closer to 6. Backs are split. There goes the fake handoff. Theodore gets the pass off, open in the corner, overthrown. Auerbach and Onifree were both open. Frankie T had just a little bit too much muscle on it. Incomplete. Whoa.
Frankie heard the footsteps coming up from behind.
And in front. Boy, he was...
and still got a pretty decent pass.
All right, this is a very big play now. Fort does not want to settle for a field goal, and I have a feeling that's what they will do if they don't pick up the 1st down, or they will try to settle. Rosa and Riley in the backfield now behind quarterback Theodore. Theodore bootleg. Throws over the middle, open, touchdown! Billy Onifree. So a 10-yard touchdown connection from Theodore to Onifree, touchdown pass number 5 on the season.
Warwick has so many linebackers blitzing that they have no one left to cover the tight end. Since their safeties are playing towards the strong side, the Onifree just took a little route to the left, straight into the left, and got the touchdown.
All right, very important point after. Kmar the holder. Hendry kicks it up, and it's good. And it's a tie ball game, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after this commercial message. That was a 90-yard drive for Port Jervis. Combination of plays and penalties. Warwick on that drive was penalized 1, 2, 3 times for 32 yards. Port was penalized for a clip on their punt return, so they started way back at the 10-yard line. But Warwick gave it back to him. It's a tie ball game. All right, on. Kick by Hendry, high spinning kick, and it's Ian Asili, ever dangerous, at the 15, right up the gut. Still on his feet and gets up over the 25 to the 27. Rosa down there with Jason McCann, it looks like.
Jared Kmar made the initial hit, but Ian Asili spun right off that. As the talented runner he is.
Well, we put it out the 28-yard line, a 13-yard return by Ian Asili. 1st and 10 Warwick. Let's see if their offense can get it back in gear.
Port Jervis defense has to stop them right here. Get this momentum.
Penalties helped them last time. Boy, they got a big split off that right side. Linebacker fills it from the eye. Gannon goes right to that hole and picks up a yard, maybe 2. So they split that offense out so much, they pulled the lineman out to the left, and it was a linebacker had to fill the gap, and that's right where they ran.
Yep, it is. Robert Flores came in and put a nice stick on him. Port Jervis is going to start adjusting to this up the middle and worry about the outside runners, give them to the secondary.
Yeah, Warwick's strategy tonight, as we figured it might be, run right at Port Jervis. 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line. Okay, again up the gut. Carrying the ball that time was DeFazio, I believe.
Robert Flores on the tackle. Port Jervis called a timeout.
As the ball made it up to the 37-yard line, we'll call it a pickup of 6 on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and 2, 3rd and a long 1, whatever way you look at it. Whew. Here's the way the scoring went in the first quarter. Warwick marched right down the field. Nice kickoff return by Mann gave them a 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Then they marched 53 yards in 10 plays. DeFazio running it in from 6. Danny Orner converted 7-0. Then Port Jervis having trouble as the Warwick offense was moving down the field again. Then Warwick started to self-destruct. 3 penalties on an offensive drive, a punt, and after a penalty against Port, the Raiders started from their own 10, and then thanks to 3 penalties by Warwick and some nice running by Matt Davies and a beautiful touchdown pass, Port tied it up on the 10-yard pass from Theodore to Onifree, and Hendry converted. That's where we stand at 7-7. 3rd and a long yard now. Backs are split. Running into the middle of the pack is Ian Silina, make it DeFazio, and he's got, well, let's let him measure. This is going to be very close. Looks like it's the 1st down. It is.
Port Jervis has taken Matt Davies out off the defensive team. Not speak of the devil, he runs right back in, but he was off the team, get him some rest after playing semi both ways. Number 56, Ryan Davis, was filling his spot, and now Davies is back in there.
Davies is one of those kids you need both ways.
He's tough both ways. Tough player, tough kid.
All right, 1st and 10 for Warwick at the Warwick 39. Pitch sweep, cutting inside is DeFazio, and he's dropped after a pickup of 1, maybe 2.
And Matt Davies comes in and helps out on that tackle. Sean Theodore did a nice thing. I think this is why they're so good on the outside. When defensive end sees a pitch, he'll automatically run to the outside. Wherever the block goes, he's not there to make the tackle, he's just cutting off that outside. So it forces him to run back in a little more. And that's where all of the Port Jervis defense is penetrating, and you're just running into a brick wall.
2nd and 8 at the 41. All right, little delayed handoff to Ian Asili, the I-back, and Ian Asili bangs it up to about the 44-yard line, picks up at least 3.
Sean Theodore and Jared Kamar on that tackle. Kamar gave him the pop, and Sean Theodore wrapped him up.
So we face a 3rd and 5, big play for both teams. Score is tied. We have 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half. It's 7-all. Ian Asili goes to the sideline. That means Gannon will be back in the backfield, along with DeFazio. They're split now. Flanker right, split end left, tight end right. And Green's looking to pass, flips out in the path. Nice reception and an ankle tackle. 1st down inside the 40. 2 men in the same area. I know that wasn't planned.
Mark Henry made the saving ankle tackle. I think they're a little mad at Jared Kamar for blowing his coverage on that, so they put Frankie Theodore in. Kamar get his head on. He'll be back in there. He's a tough kid, too.
So 1st and 10, the ball at the Port Jervis 40-yard line, a 16-yard pass completion. Toss sweep, there goes Ian Asili scooting down the right sideline, and he's got about 5.
Paul Bennett over on the far sideline making the tackle on Ian Asili. On that one pass play, they just had the tight end. The tight end run a flag towards the sideline, and the wide receiver just running a straight fly, and you have 2 people in the same area. The wide receiver a little farther. and you got two people open, you can just throw it in the middle, and one of them will catch it.
So 2nd and 5. Green looking to pass long for Terry, who's open. He's got it. He beat his man, Riley, and it's 1st and goal down at the 6-yard line. Terry just outran Riley, and it's a beautifully placed pass